Discover the chilling legend of Asaba and the forbidden ogbono soup in this gripping folktale. In this captivating video, we dive into the mysterious story of Onishe, the powerful river goddess of Asaba, whose anger led to a strict taboo against ogbono soup. Learn about the sacred shrine, the cause that changed the fate of a town, and the mystical ogbono tree that holds the key to this ancient cause. Watch as we explore the rituals, beliefs, and consequences tied to this enigmatic tale, and see why ogbono soup is more than just a dish. It's a symbol of spiritual reference and caution. Don't miss out on this fascinating journey into African folklore and traditions. Subscribe for more enthralling stories and hit the bell icon to stay updated. It was 6 o'clock on a weekend evening. New York City in the US was getting set for the nightlife as guests of Nigeria extraction, decked in flamboyant African traditional attire, started trooping into the residence of late Ambassador Ugonna for a dinner party. The caliber of dignitaries in attendance easily indicates the importance of the party. There were a variety of food for the guests and everyone had their fill and left satisfied, except Chief Emeka Okenwa, the Odebu of Asaba and multi-millionaire businessman. The dinner left him with a swollen mouth, accompanied by excruciating pains, which he suffered for 2 days before he realized too late that he had offended the Onishe Ahaba, the mother goddess of Asaba, Delta State, his native land. The goddess is most time simply known as Onishe. Chief Okenwa narrates his experience. At the party, I had okra soup. Unknown to me, it was blended with ogbono. The next day, I had a swollen mouth with severe pains. Upon investigation, I was told by the ambassador's wife, who is a Yoruba lady, that the soup I ate at the party was mixed with ogbono. It was then I know where my problem came from. It was a taboo for Asaba native to eat ogbono soup because our mother goddess Onishe uses it for spiritual purification, which in local parlance is known as Ifaro. At the mouth of the river Niger is the sacred abode of the deity. Onishe, the spiritual mother who holds the destiny of Asaba people. Apart from the serenity that pervades the entire enclave, there are big ogbono trees lining up both sides to the grove of the mother goddess. The mystery behind these trees is the belief that for the past 250 years, neither the leaf nor the ogbono seed have ever fallen on the ground. According to Odebu of Asaba, there is indicative of the spiritual value of the ogbono to Onishe as she uses it for her spiritual functions. He says Onishe is as old as the city itself. Every day, every hour, and every moment, Onishe faithful besiege her vicinity to seek spiritual help and protection, but nobody goes to the Onishe shrine with empty hands. If you must solicit Onishe's assistance in whatever way, you visit her with either a full-grown cock or goat or even cow, depending on the financial capacity of the individual. Reviews Ogbueshi Ndoka Onwabeze, the head custodian of Onishe. For Asaba people, it is hard to seek Onishe's help without a corresponding result. Though, for those adherents of the deity who are financially incapacitated, they are at liberty to place that upon the realization of their desires. They will appease Onishe with whatever they can afford thereafter. Onishe is a woman with big long chest. She guides her children jealously, according to one of the custodians of the deity, Ogbueshi Ndoka. Onishe appears to her subjects in different forms. Sometimes she could appear as a crocodile, particularly during festive period, to accept whatever sacrifice that is being offered her. At other times, she could appear as the mother she is, dressed in an immaculate white wrapper and with her big long chest exposed. Chief Okenwa review: Onitsha once appeared to my brother's wife in Asaba. My brother came home to take the Alo traditional title. Though, before their departure from the city, my brother had warned his wife not to cook ogbono soup because it is a forbidden in his place. She had refused to heed the advice. It was while she was dishing the food upstairs for the husband that our mother Onitsha appeared to her with a warning for her not to ever prepare ogbono soup for her son, her husband, again, and that she should take the soup to their non-Asaba neighbors downstairs. Immediately after she disappeared, the woman ran to her husband to relay her experience, and everybody present was taken aback. However, it is believed that those who see Onitsha as a mere essence of reality suffer consequences when they act in any way contradictory to what she stands for. Whoever wants to worship Onitsha must abstain from meeting a man or meeting a woman intimately at least few days before the day of worship. Also, the worshipper is expected to dress in all white attire, including underpants. Moreover, a woman in her period is not expected to visit the shrine. Onitsha is only worshipped on Eke Day market. Whoever fails to keep the rules of Onitsha cannot go close to the shrine. At the shrine of Onitsha, it is a taboo to drink palm wine, hot drink, beer or any other liquor. The official and acceptable drink of Onitsha are ogbono, a special brand of local brew, and Fanta. Before Asaba people eat the new yam, they must first visit the Onitsha shrine with the Asaba of Asaba, the traditional ruler. The people must first appease Onitsha with a cow slaughtered at the shrine, and enough food would be cooked for everyone present. It is the tradition of the people of Asaba to pay homage to Onitsha and solicit her help in the year ahead for a beautiful harvest as well as protection against any evil. For ages, Asaba people have pledged their loyalty to Onitsha, the deity that has been their mother both in times of war and peace. The deity protects the people spiritually and physically from both external and internal aggressions. Also, the deity alerts the people for any imminent danger threatening their existence. According to Obi Okenwa, during the Civil War, Onitsha was angry that her children were being slaughtered unjustly by the federal troops. She allegedly avenged the death of every Asaba native killed when she suddenly emerged at the middle of the River Niger to upturn the ship-faring men of the federal troops across the river. Some soldiers on the ship allegedly survived, though they could not cross to the other side of the Niger, and later confessed to seeing Onitsha sinking the ship conveying federal troops to the other side of the Niger. Some of these soldiers later lived in Asaba, blended with the people, and eventually got married to our daughters. The Odogwu of Asaba, however, discloses that almost all the soldiers who killed Asaba natives during the Civil War died before they were crossed over to the other side of the River Niger. There are people of particular age groups selected to officiate at Onitsha rituals. The method of selection is done by Otu Ohazia, delegated by the town's traditional council, to mediate between the people of Asaba and Onitsha. However, those selected must be at a particular age group and their tenure expires when they attain a particular age bracket. Also, they are expected to serve for a minimum of 10 years. Before the dismiss of Olukeza of Asaba, the former palace secretary to Asaba in council, Chief Kene Iroka, he expressed a contrary history about the forbidden food in Asaba. The account was born out of the disgrace ogbono soup brought upon Onitsha, the distinguished river goddess of Asaba, at a ceremony where she was billed to receive an excellent award. According to him, Onitsha, who later became the river goddess of Asaba, was invited to a dance party where she was served with ogbono soup, which she hurriedly consumed. While eating, the soup stained her white traditional garment. She did not see it until the people started mimicking her with song. She later saw the stain and became worried and left the scene unceremoniously without waiting to get the award she danced beautifully to receive. On getting home again, her children drew her attention to the stain. Out of provocation, she removed the dress and headed for the forest and burnt it. She placed a curse on anyone, especially indigenes of Asaba, that will eat ogbono soup, and threatened grave consequences upon the land before she disappeared. The spot where she disappeared had come to be known as Onitsha's shrine till death in Asaba, even as her spirit is being worshipped there. Despite the dissimilarities in the historical account, the shrine stand out. It remained the only nexus between the two accounts. Today, the shrine is believed to have granted protection, guidance and provision to the people of Asaba during the Biafra War. Also, history postulated the efficacy of the shrine as it prevented the Nigerian soldiers from crossing the river Niger from both sides. Onitsha allegedly seized their boats and other war weapons. The rite of the activities at the shrine has turned it into a mecca of sorts, as a tourist center where those in dire need of spiritual healing and help take solace on daily basis. People throng the shrine irrespective of their religion's affiliation. Special appeal and appeasement for cleansing are offered for barren women, businessmen and women, the sick, job seekers, government officials, politicians and others at the shrine. Beside that, it is boldly written on the wall of the entrance to the shrine that worshippers are expected to adhere to some protocols. 1. That all intending worshippers must be in a state of grace, especially must not engage in intimacy for 7 days period to the visit, should not have taken palm wine, must be 65 years old and above, should not be preparing for burial, while non-native are restricted. It is forbidden to beg for the death of other person there, and importantly, promises made before the shrine must likewise be fulfilled. Once request is granted, all these rules and regulations are strictly adhered to before any orders could be granted at the shrine. There were several people who had come there to beg for one thing or the other, mostly the fruit of the womb, job slot, political appointment or elective position, and they got their request granted. Interestingly, there is no permanent custodian at the entrance to the shrine, except the visible underlying ogbono tree, which is believed to harbor the Onitsha spirit formed from the charm, and about 12 pot jars of water. Anybody coming there must be fully dressed in a white robe and must drop white cloth and native chalk into the pot while disclosing her or his intention with the assistance of chief priest. The water, it was further learned, is supposed to be flowing and stable during the rite of worship. Worshippers must eat with themselves. It is not a case of anything goes for the Onitsha. She has a way of rejecting an unpleasant offerings, especially if the worshipper is unclean. After the worship, Normally, a messenger vulture would appear for inspection before others could fly out to eat the remnants. If they do not fly out and the river continues to turn round instead of flowing, it means the sacrifice was rejected. The Onitsha ogbono tree grew around the river. The branches of the tree spread across the river, but none of the leaf would ever fall into the river, despite that the branches spread on top of it. It is a mystery. A woman who simply identified herself as Madam Adora in Asaba confirmed the spiritual powers of Onitsha. She narrated how she has been visiting the shrine until she got pregnant and gave birth to a bouncing baby girl over 18 years ago. The consistent at the Onitsha shrine and in turn, the Onitsha has not rejected his request but kept to her promises. A chieftain of the Market Women Association maintained that ogbono remained a forbidden food in Asaba, notwithstanding its richness and nutritional values. She said, "It is a serious offense here to shed or sell ogbono. If anybody is caught with it, we have the Omu Children Task Force to deal with it. Offenders have to buy goat, fowl, yam, oil and others and equally dance around the market for cleansing and custom and tradition demand. Also, any bad thing can happen to offender if she goes near a river. Whoever doubt the cause and eats it will have his tongue peeled, thereby making it difficult for the offender to eat any other food until he or she confesses to the crime." The forbid only applies to Asaba indigenes, not visitors to the town. She said, "Many residents in Asaba, those from other parts of the state, Urhobo, Ukwane, Ndukwa, Ishekiri, Isoko, Ijaw and others from Edo, Kogi and southeastern and western states all eat ogbono soup on daily basis. But hiding it means you know the implication and you are obeying the restriction. But that does not stop people from exploring the richness and profitability of the seed. As long as people continue to besiege the shrine on a daily basis to seek solutions to their perceived spiritual problems, and they are getting results, the ban on ogbono is not likely to be lifted soon. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.